They're going to crash this system here in America. And when all hell break loose from the different changes that's going to be taking place, they're going to present the mark of the beast to you as a form of getting things back to normal. First and foremost, call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double underside teachers, the apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the 144,000 elect men, teaching in true sincerity and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yeah, I got a video queued up pretty much showing you that vision that was there for an appointed time is now speaking. You see, all chess pieces is pretty much moving towards the mark of the beast being presented to the masses of the people, man. You see, so real quick. Salaki.
This is a follow-up to the video I did earlier about the money in the banks. I'm going to tell you right now, BRICS is officially online. BRICS is here. Russia, China, Africa, Saudi Arabia, Iran, some other countries have come together to eliminate the dollar. And we are starting to feel those effects now. Back in June, Saudi Arabia agreed to start trading the oil in the BRICS, no longer in the dollar, which has really not been felt immediately, but in the next few months and weeks we will feel it, and the banks will feel it, and America will feel it, and it's pretty much going to collapse the economy because the dollar will no longer be backed by its most valuable asset, which is oil. It's supposed to be backed by gold, neither one which America has. We do have oil in Texas and Alaska, but they would have to get bold and start drilling and tapping into the resources, which we don't know if they're ready to do based on the environmental claims they make. But what's going to happen is once the BRICS collapses the dollar and the dollar collapses in America and the banks shut down, they already have a system in place. They've been working on FedNow and the Real ID. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google both. You can Google FedNow.gov or you can Google Real ID. And both of these things are in place and ready to go.
Yeah, the mark of the beast, that system is already here. You know, it's just this current system is still up and running. But once this system go down and they shut America down, and once this place open back up, everything is going to be digital, man. It's going to be a cashless society. And these things is already in place. It's just for an appointed time, you know, for that vision, that prophecy to present itself, man, which is the mark of the beast, which is going to come as a form of a grain of rice, that technology that they're going to try to put inside your skin, man, in order for you to continue in this society. That's going to be the mark of the beast being presented to you. You see? But the chess pieces is already in place, man. You know.
So they need to roll this system out. And the only way to roll this system out is to collapse the dollar. So this is planned and they're going to execute it, and we are going to be the targets. So when you go into the banks and you're not able to access your money and we start freaking out, burning shit down, they're going to bring in the military. The military is going to lock shit down, and then they're going to start giving out choices.
Yeah, order out of chaos. All they cause the crisis. The people respond to it, and then they come with the solution, which is going to be the CHIP, man, that technology. You see, and that's going to be the choice. Either you take it or you go to jail. You get thrown in the concentration camp, in which this is why a lot of these stores, you know, Walmarts and things like that is closing down, because they're going to be used as FEMA camps, man. You see? That's where that decision going to be made. They going to either torment you or you take this and you go back home, man. You know, you can go to the grocery store and you can go buy and you can eat now. You see? People going to have to make a decision.
They're going to start saying you can get food and rations, yada, yada, yada. You can get this bank code on your Real ID. And basically you'll be trapped by the government. And you'll be dependent on the government. This is going to be a big separation in mankind right now, especially in America.
And what's going to trap you to the government? You taking that C-help, man. That's what charagma going to. When you go into the word charagma, it takes you back to a badge of servitude, man. You see? Yeah, you're gonna get trapped by the government if you take that seed, if you take that technology. Just keep going.
What's gonna happen is those who can take care of themselves, who know how to grow food, who know how to hunt, who know how to look for clean water, how to filter clean water, who don't need to depend on the government and the system to survive, you'll be living your own life.
Nah, man, because even those people who got those, those survival instincts and things like that, they know how to do certain things in the wild. Hey, salvation is through Yahweh Shai, man. It ain't gonna be through your own practical knowledge because you was a good Boy Scout. You know how to tie good knots. You know what plants to eat. That's not gonna help you, man. You know, it might hold you up, but ultimate salvation comes through Yahweh Shai. It's gonna be the Lord, man. It's gonna be guiding us through these evil times, man. That's why we tell you to repent and return to the Lord. You see, it ain't gonna be through your own practical knowledge, your own wisdom. You know, you've been watching Man versus Wild and shit. It ain't that. That's not what it's going. That's not gonna hold up, man. You see? So let's keep going.
Us who think that we need to depend on the government and we can't do it on our own, we're gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you right now, they're coming up on a time where they're about to be a big split. There's about to be a big split, a big separation coming about. And it's gonna have to do with technology, and it's gonna have to do with 5D, and it's gonna have to do with the end of times and the Antichrist and all that stuff that you hear about that scares you. It's taking place. So I would advise you, no fear. Just live in the moment. Live at your highest self. Be your highest self. And get ready because we're entering some crazy times, as you can see from the past few weeks.
Yeah, we into some crazy times. A time like no other, man. A time of Jacob's trouble. Or the Lord, he's going to unleash Esau, man. You know, he tell you how this guy's going to be like a madman, sparing none. You know, also tell you how the devil come down unto you having great wrath because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You know, continually are they gathered together for war. Jake don't know what's ahead of him, man. You see, you niggas in the spirit of partying and bullshitting, not knowing that the so-called white man Esau Edom, he's about to come down with great wrath. He's about to crash this system, turn the power off. You know, and then when they come back up, you're going to have that C-hip inside you to continue in this system, man. You know, and like the guy said, man, you know, these are the times we living in. You see, Habakkuk 2 and verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Yeah, speaking about the prophecies, man, because it's going to come a time where people have to acknowledge biblical prophecy. It's going to come a time where people have to acknowledge the mark of the beast, because if you want to continue with this system, that's going to be the only thing that makes sense, man. You see, that's the solution that Esau Edom is going to present to you. And like the guy was speaking on the two people, one who can live off the grid, he can plant his own food, filter his own water. As far as the one who has to depend on the system, the one who has to depend on the system is pretty much fucked, because you depending on this system is going to lead to you having to receive that C-hip in order to continue with the system. You see, real quick, this is Isaiah 36. In verse 6, it says, lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it would go into his hand and pierce it. You see, in which Egypt is spiritually America today. And if you lean on this American system, what's going to happen? Well, that technology is going to pierce you and go into your hand, man. That's the only way for you to continue with this place. And if you continue with it, you're going to be destroyed with it, man. You see, where's the Ecclesiasticus, the 13th chapter? He that have fellowship with a proud man should be likened unto him. You're going to be destroyed, in the same likeness of Esau Edom, which is by thermonuclear fire. You see, again, it says, whereon if a man lean, if you depend on this place, it will go into his hand and pierce it, because that C-hip is going to suddenly enter into you if you want to continue. You see, real quick, this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, you see. And those are the people that's going to depend on this system. It's the ones who's going to get hit with their mark, man. You see? He's going to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or on their forehead. Yeah, because the guy, he also spoke of people being trapped by the government. And the way that you're going to be trapped by the government is by receiving that seal that he's going to present to you. You see, real quick, you go into that word mark. It takes you back to Strong's G5480, which is charagma. And we often go into this. It says a stamp, an imprinting mark of the mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. You see, that's you being trapped by the government. You taking that seal, and now you pretty much made yourself a servant unto Esau. You see, right here in the Strong's definition, it says as a badge of servitude. You see, and that's what's going to trap you to this system. You know, you taking that seal is pretty much you pledging your allegiance to the so-called white man Esau Edom in this new beast system, man. And by taking it, you're going to be destroyed with this guy, man. Revelations 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his right hand or in his forehead, yeah, if you lean on this place and you get pierced and you receive that technology, it says the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he should be tormented with fire and brimstone, which is going to come by way of ICBM missiles in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, you see? And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the image of the beast and whosoever received the mark of his name, you see? So you're going to be tormented in that fire, man, for receiving that mark. But this is the end goal. This is where all roads is leading to. All chess pieces is moving towards the mark of the beast being implemented and the thermonuclear missiles being sent to this society, man. And those who have it is going to be left here. But those who don't and have repented and returned to the Lord, they're going to be delivered from this place, man. You see, they're going to be delivered and preserved from the mark of the beast. They're going to be delivered and preserved from making bad decisions. That's going to ultimately lead to them taking that, man. You see, and this is why we tell you to repent and return to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because he's mighty to save, man. You see, the Lord will put it in your mind to make all good decisions, all good choices, man. While the 2/3 is going to make all bad decisions that's going to lead them to death. You know, even going here, this is Psalm 37. In verse 39, it says, but the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble, you see? Yeah, and like the guy said, hey, this bad times is coming, man. You see? And yeah, the tribulation that's about to come to the planet Earth is what's going to gear these people towards taking their seal to get their relief, man. But the Lord is going to give relief to the elect. You see, this is a more battle form of relief. You see, the Lord tell you, peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. The peace that the Lord is going to give us is not going to come by way of a chip, man. You see? Hey, we get peace through clarity. We get peace through knowing, man. Peace through understanding the times and seasons we living in. And peace and comfort in knowing that the Lord is going to help us in these terrible times. It says, and the Lord shall help them and deliver them. And he shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him, you see? So this is why we tell you to repent and return to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because outside of trusting in the Lord, you're going to have to trust in Esau. And if you trust in Esau, you're going to be put to death, man. You're going to be destroyed. But trusting in the Lord can ultimately lead to salvation. So yeah, I pray that you was edified, giving out honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, Lord, what's in this video. Shalom.